Good morning. Happy Sunday. What a beautiful Sunday it is. Today is April 26th, 2026, and I'm fired up to be talking to you guys. Got a little talk track behind me that I'm going to probably be peering to look at, but I want to start this off by saying that I just went to a wedding yesterday. Went to a little wedding. It was in Seguin, Texas. It was a little bit far of a trip to be traveling. I got a 12-week pregnant wife. Less than 5 days will be in the second trimester, kinda crazy. And me and her decided, "Hey, we're gonna go to our buddy John and Summer's wedding," and it was gorgeous. Took a little 3-hour trip there, didn't stop to go to the bathroom once, and we sat down, we had a good time, beautiful ceremony, congrats on the wedding, John and Summer. And then we turned around, we Irish goodbye, we got out of there. I don't like to say bye to people. I'm especially not going to do it on your wedding day. I feel like that's bad manners. I don't want to bum you out that I'm leaving. The party's gone. But we Irish goodbye. We drove the 3 hours back, and it was a really good time. I'm glad we went. Driving like that is always worth it. It's kind of fun to just get in the car and just cut loose, put on some Joe Rogan, stuff like that. Weddings are becoming more and more popular as we're going through these seasons of growth. As I turn 27 and 28 and then soon to be 29, 30, whatever, all my friends are getting married. And what's fun about going to all these weddings is that you kind of get to see how everyone looks at the traditions. I think the traditions are exciting to see their interpretation. You have some people that are really faith based. You have some people that are up there for 2 minutes. Hey, I love you. Let's go. I do. And you have a big congregation of a ton of people. You know, there's families on both ends. I've been to small weddings, I've been to big weddings, and it's really cool to see all the traditions moderately upheld in some capacity. But I can tell you that whenever I think of my own wedding, that was not the case. My wedding was a little bit different, to be honest with you, boys and girls. It was a little bit out of the ordinary. And here's the skinny of exactly how we got married. So my wife works for this beautiful company. Great company, really cool. You probably see me supporting them off and on. Shout out Red Bull, love Red Bull. Red Bull's awesome. Red Bull decided to take all of their employees to Hawaii for their big, like biannual trip. And everyone goes to Hawaii. They fly into Oahu. They have all these things they're doing. And I get a little jelly. I tell my wife, like, hey, dude, Hawaii sounds dope. And she's like, hey, I'll extend my hotel. You fly up here and we'll have a blast. Not only because you should, and it just makes sense, and I already have a flight covered, but because your birthday is December 4th, and I'm here to December 5th, anyways. Like, let's rock and roll. Come up here. We'll celebrate your birthday. And I was like, that's a great idea. I love Hawaii. I love the thought of doing that. I'm going to get on the flight and I'm going to come visit you and we'll enjoy ourselves in an island paradise. We'll go eat at all the fun places. I've looked up a lot of cool places to eat in Hawaii. There's one that is, I believe it's like Helena's Hawaiian food. It's top 100 restaurants in the United States. And I'm not going to miss that opportunity, boys. I'm a big foodie. So I get on the plane, I head out there. I didn't pack anything nice whatsoever. It's all just beach clothes. I got some swim trunks. I'm in some Lululemon shorts majority of the time that are orange. They're bright orange. They're mediums. Mind you, at the time I'm 250, 6'2". I should not be wearing mediums. So everything is on display through that thin silver lined fabric. And that was my attire. We get off the plane. I say we. It was me and a bunch of random people I don't know because my wife was already there. And it was a 9-hour flight from Houston, and we're going through and we're enjoying Hawaii. We're enjoying it. I turn some age I don't really remember in Hawaii. I don't know exactly. I think I turned like maybe 24 or something. But nevertheless, it's my birthday. I wake up, it's my birthday in Hawaii, and we're getting after it. We're going to clubs, we're going to the beach, we're seeing all the surfers, things like that. It's in the middle of December. Christmas music is playing. I don't know if you know this about Hawaii, but Hawaii Christmas is awesome. Santa is in a Hawaiian shirt. He's not in that big clunky cloak. They don't say he's got a sleigh. They say he's got a red canoe. He's delivering toys to all the good boys and girls. Everyone's in good spirits. Speaking of spirits, the drinks were great everywhere we went. and it was an awesome, awesome time. We went hiking a few times, and during the hikes, one of the weirdest things no one really tells you is just how many wild chickens there are on the island as you're getting on your little bird scooter or whatever variation they have there. And I'm on Oahu, of course. You see probably 50 to 60 chickens like every quarter mile. It's wild. I mean, you can just walk up there and have free dinner, if you don't mind killing it humanely. Anyways, we're celebrating my birthday. We're having a good time. I'm like, hey, look, it'd be fun. Let's go to the strip club. Wife was always down to have a good time. My wife's a little rowdy too. She's like, heck yeah, let's go. And we go there, we start drinking. And about after 8 drinks, I start telling my wife, hey, stripper told us she'd give us a combo deal for a private dance. Now, if you were to ask me sober if I think it's a good idea to go have a private dance with a stripper and your wife, I may tell you that it's still a good idea. Big emphasis on the may. That may is carrying a lot of weight there. If you were to ask my wife, sober or drunk, on any kind of anything, she would more than likely tell you no. This became a little bit of an argument at 2 a.m. because I'm like, this is a great idea. What do you mean? We're already here. We've been drinking, having a good time. It's a private dance, whatever. Whatever you mean. Wife says no. I push back. I'm outside of my 24-hour grace window. Mind you, it's 3 a.m. It's no longer my birthday. So we eventually decide, hey, let's roll. We'll leave the place. Let's just go back to the hotel. So we start walking to the hotel. We're a little sweaty, a little gross, a little glittery, all the best things. And I get to the hotel room. I don't even get under the covers, dude. I'm still in my gross stuff. I just plop down on top of the comforter like my wife does, and we just crash out. We had a long day. We saw people twirling fire swords. We saw some boobies. We had some really good food. We're calling it. The next morning we wake up, and mind you, my wife and I have been together forever. We love each other. We're like, you know what? We're already here. We talked about eloping before. We should just see what it takes. So we're making coffee. None of us changed. We don't really have that many changes of clothes left. So we're like, screw it. We'll just see what we got to do. And it turns out to get a marriage certificate, you got to get an appointment with the Department of Health of Hawaii. We're on a Friday, I think now. So it's like Friday morning. And we look up the website and we're like, hey, what do we got to do to get a marriage certificate in Hawaii? I know that some places have like a 3-day turnaround. It's like, it's not that feasible that any of this would work. We go on the website and it says that you have to set an appointment because it's like COVID parameters. Those are still in effect at the time. And we're like, you know what? Fuck setting an appointment. Let's just drive there. We don't have a car. So we burned 2 hours trying to get a rental car. We get in the rental car. We're still gross, still achy. For some reason, we haven't showered yet. Probably going to go pick up clothes and stuff for the rest of the trip. Not a big deal. And we're like, we're just going to drive there, see what's going on. I'm still coughing up smoke from the cigarettes smoked in the little den we were in at 3 a.m. And we go to the Department of Health. And we walk in and it's barren. There's no cars here. I'm like, it's probably closed. The front door's open. Talk to the receptionist. Hey, we'd like to get a marriage certificate. Do we need to set an appointment? And like, typically you would, but we're not busy at all right now. Come on back. So we go on back. There's no one before us, and we get our marriage certificate in like 15 minutes when we thought there was no chance we could do it, and there'd have to be some kind of waiting clause. So we talked to the guy, and we're like, hey, guy, if we wanted to get married, what would we do? And he hands us a list of all these places. Mind you, it's a Friday. Mind you, we burnt a lot of the time during the day. And we're looking through, and all these places are closed, and they won't reopen until we're already gone and back in Texas because we fly out on Sunday. There's one place that's open, and we're looking at that one place, and we call them. We're like, hey, we'd like to get married. They're like, okay, we have availability, but the only availability we have is actually in 15 minutes. And we're like, hold it for us. Boom. That's exciting. We're on an island. Can't be that far away. So we're super stoked. We go and jump in the car. We don't even realize that we're still in our nasty stripper clothes covered in glitter. I'm in the short shorts that are from Lululemon that are like silver lined, that are 3 sizes too small. hogs out, just at least the imprint is. My wife's still in her nasty stripper clothes, and we start rolling. We type it into our GPS. Here's the first part of where we were kind of cooked. It says it's 25 minutes away. We have 15 minutes. I break every traffic law in Hawaii to get to that place on time. I skirt in, I park. I'm surprised I don't get pulled over. I'm surprised no one found me. And we run in, we sprint to the front. And as we're walking by all these people that are in military uniforms that just got married, because there's so many people that are stationed in Hawaii that I guess there's some benefit. I can't really attest to that much, but there's some benefit to being married to where everyone that is in the armed forces for the United States goes to this small little chapel and gets hitched all the time. So we run in there. We're super stoked. We talk to the receptionist. She hands us this paperwork to fill out, and we sprint through it. Yes, yes, no, yes, no, yes, yes, no. We're from Texas. And we hand it back. She's like, okay, great. That'll be $100. And I go to pull out my card. I'm like, babe, we got it. We got it. We're getting married. Super stoked. Here you go, ma'am. She's like, oh, sorry, cash only. And I'm like, fuck, there's no ATM near here. We have to get this done now. We're already at the threshold. I don't know how we got here within 15 minutes, but we got to do it now. And then maybe it was a poof of glitter. Maybe it was the exotic dancer's perfume. I don't know. But I remembered that I was in my hoodie from last night. So I reach in to my little kangaroo pouch on my Champions hoodie that I washed and dried in the dryer and it shrunk up, and pull out a wad of ones. Pulled out a wad of ones from the night before, counted out $100 in $1 bills, and paid for my wedding. And it was beautiful. I got to say I to the love of my life, and we had a blast. And then we went to the Dole Pineapple Farm. If you've ever had Dole Pineapple, you should go to the Dole Pineapple Farm in Hawaii. It's the best pineapple you'll ever have in your life. And it was really fun. Not too many people can say they married their best friend. Not too many people can say they got married the day after their birthday. And very, very, very few people can say they paid for their wedding with their best friend with dollar bills they got from their birthday celebration the night before at a strip club. So it's kind of funny. Not very traditional. Not very traditional at all. And we got to save a little bit of money too doing that. I mean, everything's kind of expensive right now. I've been a little hesitant on my generosity. Majority of the time, if I give money to anything right now, it's to those videos that, like, I think that Jimmy Darts guy, I like the people he helps. We'll toss money there. And, when big things happen, we give money. My wife and I gave a little $50 to TPUSA after the assassination of Charlie Kirk. And I didn't know too much about Charlie Kirk. I was just like, yeah, that sucks, That sucks. I think free speech is cool. We'll give money to him and we'll see where it goes. I mean, I'm sorry for his family. No, the only weird thing is that now no one told me the etiquette of generosity. Sometimes you can just do a one-time donation. And other times you give a one-time donation and then you become a target because you gave money. So they want to get more of it from you. So I gave that one-time donation to TPUSA. I don't really have any opinions to or bad or good or about them. I don't know anything about them. But one thing that is kind of strange is I feel like they've squandered my entire donation by sending me random fucking mail in, like, updates and merch stuff. Like, I've gotten wristbands, I've gotten ID cards, things I think that cost more to produce than the $50 that I gave them. And then I think they're trying to get me to donate again. I think you should probably just use whatever money I gave you in the first place to do cool stuff. Because I am not a repeat donator. I would rather buy food. I'm a big food guy. Speaking of big food, I went to a Brazilian steakhouse not too long ago, and then boom, directly after, my wife got pregnant. And in spirit of her birthday, she's turning 27 tomorrow. In spirit of her birthday, we're going back to that same Brazilian steakhouse. And I think among other things, the best part of being pregnant is that you can't get pregnant. So I've been looking at the market, in my relationship. I've seen the three candles. I think I'm playing my cards right. I think I may be a happy camper because I'm going to have a full belly of steak. I'm going to have all kinds of little candied bacon and cheeses. And then I may be able to roll around with my pretty little lady tonight. We'll see. We'll see. So that's I don't know. I mean, that's my thoughts. I don't know how everything comes back to food with me. We were just talking about things being too expensive. Speaking of things being too expensive, Coachella was founded on the principle of tickets costing too much. I mean, Pearl Jam got fed up with it, and they found a way to put together a big shindig that didn't cost an arm and a leg. I look at Eddie Vedder, dude. I love Eddie Vedder. I named my cat Eddie because of Eddie Vedder. I got a little Maine Coon jumping around. And it kind of bothers me now that tickets for GA are like 2 racks. I saw a deal that said tickets last year were sold at a 60% rate of buy now, pay later. 60% of the people that bought tickets for general admission last year couldn't afford to just write the 2 racks cash, still wanted to go and then put it on credit in some variety. At least buy now, pay later, which is through the platform that they have, which is actually crazy to me because it's like, how many of those people outside of that 60% were doing it on credit card? I mean, is anyone affording this? And then little Beebs, decides he's going to headline Coachella, and then boom, houses are $20K for a weekend. I'm all for entertainment. I think entertainers should make money, dude. I mean, that's got to be some trade off whenever you get famous like that. I can't go grocery shopping. I can't go to church without getting bombarded. I can't do all these things. I might as well make a lot of money. Fair. This isn't on Justin Bieber at all. But I think the principle of it is that, I mean, Coachella, you're going to make a lot of money regardless, big dog. I mean, you're setting the market for as much as you want. I mean, you could probably make more money just selling more ad space. You know, I mean, call me crazy, but have a wardrobe deal, and whoever's going out on stage, if you want to make more money, I mean, do like NASCAR guys do and just sell little tags and stuff on their leather jackets. And I think most of the artists would be cool with that too. I mean, you have call up Ella Langley, be like, hey, Ella, you're going to make the same amount of money. More people are going to be able to afford to see you. They're not going to go into debt. What if, hear me out, instead of us selling tickets for $5,000, we put a single deal for Mr. Beast chocolate and, I don't know, Palantir, a little stitch on your jacket. Now, you don't have to like it or not like it, but that's saving everybody that's watching you all this crazy money, you know? And be like patches. Tour Yellowstone right here. You got Hershey's chocolate. You got Coca-Cola, and I don't know, NRG Stadium. Go Texans. You could really just sell little advertising spots on the entertainer's clothing and probably recoup crazy amount of moolah, dude. I've seen people buy advertising spots on black labs that are just famous on Instagram. They make a little harness and there's a patch for like a roofing company for like $600. Now you tell me J Beeb has sweatpants that say Juicy Couture. I mean, come on now. Like, it sells itself. A little frustrating, dude. A little frustrating. It doesn't really affect me. I don't live in Cali, dog. I'd love to go to Coachella one day. I'm more of an F1 guy. I'd rather go to F1, but I mean, to each your own. I just thought that it was ironic that something founded on being affordable is now the most expensive thing in the world. At least it feels like hyperbolizing a little. I think the last little bit, we'll tone into a nerd update. For those of you who don't know what Counter-Strike is a first-person shooter game that's extremely popular in Europe. It's not really popular in the North America scene, at least competitively. We have one pro North American player named Lige, plays for FaZe, total stud. I don't know if he's still there. But Counter Strike has always been popular, but as of lately, the maps have kind of been dog water, dude. No one likes Inferno. I'm glad Anubis got changed. These are maps that are within the competitive map pool, but there's one that everyone's been begging for. There's a beautiful map, the best map ever made, some would say, and it's called Cash. And Cash is apparently coming back to the game this Tuesday. I'm super stoked to see that. Some of the best highlights of all time have been on this map. If you like the pro scene, you could look up Cash CHE and look up CS2 highlights. You'll see Shroud, Big Poppy Shroud. He hit some crazy stuff on there. I mean, there's awesome no scopes. There's awesome just 1v4 things that happen, and they're accelerating. And I'm stoked because I like going to majors. I think there's going to be another major in Texas here pretty soon. I'm going to go to that one. I went to the last one when it was in Austin. It was fun to see a Vitality win. It was fun to see the Frenchman come up from the platform like Kanye West under the stage, turn around and flip everybody off. We were in the Moet Chardon suite and University of Texas, and it was, dude, total blast. Also, big thank you to Red Bull for getting me tickets. A guy named Paul there. Paul, you rock, dude. I want to say thank you to you. Going there was an awesome experience. It was really fun. It was cool to meet all the pro players and all the people that are big in the scene. It was fun to meet Oni Pixel. Oni Pixel was hilarious. Bought him a beer. He bought me a beer. That was a absolute blast. I had a good time, and I can't wait to do one of those things again. It was wild. We got into the VIP section, and it was a blast. So I had a really good time. I'm looking forward to the next one. I'm glad Cash is back. I think that's going to bring a lot of people back to the game, and I'll get to see some of these homies that have just been AWOL for the last God knows how long. So it'd be nice. I got to get geared up. I got to get ready. I got a Brazilian steakhouse to go to in 2.5 hours. And I got to find some of my pouches. So I need to have some nicotine on deck, because if I'm going to be slamming about 7,000 calories of picanha and bacon wrapped filet, I'm going to need a little nootropic. I'm going to need a little Alperuni. This is not an ad. I'm not sponsored, but big fan of the tropical fruit Alps. I just got the drip tortillas. Those are going to be coming in. Those are blueberry lemonade ice is a flavor I'm stoked for. And that should be hitting my doorstep around noon on Tuesday. And you'll be seeing me stuff those in like a gopher um, within the next week. Anywho, I got to get back to it. I got to figure out what I'm doing for the rest of the day after I go comatose. I got a big day on Monday. Got like 4 meetings and stuff, and trying to make the world turn. So I'm excited. Y'all have a great rest of your day. I love you. God loves you. Thanks for letting me jabber for 20 minutes to you. And then you have a great rest of your day. Bye.